when I saw a big publishing house invite writings from previously unpublished authors for an anthology they would publish. Unfortunately, my story didn't make it. Cut to 2020, I recognized the advent of self-publishing platforms that would publish your book free, but it would remain print on demand. The latter was a banger, but I took it because my content seeing the daylight depended on no other organizations but me. My books came out in 2020, 2021, became a success on Amazon. My parents started introducing me as an author, but something was missing. I realized that my books weren't physically visible in any bookstore that I stepped into. Of course they were silly me, like famous authors. And suddenly my own credentials as an author started to look like a sham to me. By end of 2022 I had indefinitely paused my writing, but fortunately I now had a huge network of fellow author friends who were also indie authors like me. So I asked people about my dilemma of self-publishing. They were in the same boat. I got to know since COVID even mid-sized publishing houses have shifted to a model of self-publishing to be risk-averse. In nutshell, now there are so many publishing firms willing to publish your book immediately, and even distribute and market the same but for a substantial cost that reduced their risk. The author was again alone and the book their sole responsibility. Or you could go for literary agents, pay them a bomb, but what followed was uncertainty again. This is not what I wanted, rather what I dreamt of ever since I was a child. I got to know of traditional publishing. In my mind the concept was pretty clear. I should be paid for my intellectual property and not pay from my pocket because the ecosystem was such. It was no less than a miracle when all the bleakness around my situation didn't push me further down, but I finally first decided to work on my long-hauled third book, and then decided to take this David and Goliath challenge of finding a traditional publishing that fulfilled my notions of it. The struggles and harsh reality of it I will focus in the part 2.